Hi guys and welcome to Epic 20. I am joined by some of the greatest talent esports has to give, and that is a great honour to have. So I'm going to introduce them, or they're going to introduce themselves, and then we'll get into some of the questions. So if you want to go from this side down to this side.
Best till last, yeah?
Hi, I'm Munchables. I'm a esports commentator for ESL UK, and I'm here to cast Overwatch.
Hi, my name's Tridd. I'm a freelance esports commentator, and I'm here to cast Overwatch like bunches.
Pretty much exactly the same as Tridd. I'm Dezachu. I'm here casting Overwatch as well. I do League of Legends outside of this too, and yeah, that's us.
Awesome. So we're all covering the Overwatch, which is the first time that EPICLAN have done this after popular demand to Paul Wimbar. They finally put it on. Now the sign-up wasn't huge, but it's still great to see that teams picked that up. And what do you feel about the calibre of the teams that have joined this LAN?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll take this one. Calibre of the teams. So there seems to be a middle of the pack. A lot of teams were beating each other over the course of the days. There's one key outlier here. It's a team that have just recently been signed by M&M Gaming just exclusively for this event, which is an interesting situation. Yeah, paid by beers, as you would do at a LAN. But no, M&M Gaming are the clear outlier of this tournament, and the rest of the middle of the pack. So it's been really close games that people have been beating each other, especially as the tournament's gone on.
Awesome. Have you been enjoying the Overwatch?
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
What's brought you to cast Overwatch? Was it just because you could be at EPICLAN and hang out and do something different?
Yeah, first of all, I get to come to EPICLAN, which is great. And second of all, I did Overwatch in the Premiership last season, and then we couldn't do Premiership again, so I'm just like, I've not had a chance to cast Overwatch.
Silly Blizzard.
Yeah, exactly. This is my way of getting back in it.
Awesome, that's good to have you guys. So what would you say are your highlights so far? LAN or Overwatch? Des, you've been a bit quiet. Give me some answers, bro.
I'm always very quiet. Tridd does all the talking for me. Nah, it's well, I've only just joined here today, but the kind of big key highlight was me and Tridd messing up the end of that cast just now, mixing the team names up. Bit of a spectator bug, got us confused.
Not only that, mixing the team names up, but also getting the format wrong as well.
Was it one of those ones where you weren't sure that the game had finished and who was a clear winner? You're like,
everyone started leaving lobby. We were talking about the next map, and then it was like, game's over, guys. You're like, oh.
That happens a lot. Like I did it a lot at EGX as well.
Yeah, that's the second time I've done that. It also happened at I-58 when I did it with Lewis. We didn't know they won.
I guess
I remember. Lewis was like heartbroken.
Yeah, because he ended the cast and he did it wrong.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the things that is floating around with Overwatch. We always dabble in this when you come onto the shows with me and stuff like that. Is Overwatch something that you can watch, or is the format a little bit difficult to follow, do you think?
I don't think the format is the issue with watching Overwatch. There's a lot of issues with it's hard if you don't know the game. It's hard to gauge what's actually going on. It's a little bit of sensory overload with all the particle effects. I think it worked great when you're playing the game, but I think for spectator they might need to tone those down a little bit. Mini map would always be a great option as well to track the play. But outside of necessarily the spectator experience, we need stats. Right now all of the analysis of Overwatch is subjective and based on timings and manually counting kills. It's arduous. There's a few community members that go out there and put effort in. Shout out to Captain Planet, who does an amazing job with meta reports, but I think we need to get some stats and a mini map and some reduced particle effects, and then we'll be perfect.
Listen, please listen to us.
So that's kind of the issue kind of in game, like you're saying, is the medal system. It's all relative play to your other teammates. You could all be playing absolutely awful, but because you've got 3 gold medals, you look incredible.
And you can talk down to the rest of your team. So, I got gold.
God, guys,
lost, but I got gold.
3 gold medals.
That's the thing. Like, I always find where I'm actually really good. I don't understand my standing, and I think that's something that's even just for casual players important to the game.
I think that can be a good and bad thing though, because me and Tridd were talking about this earlier. In that when you play Overwatch, you always feel like you're having a big impact in the game. You never feel like you're completely, unless you are just going in and dying every single time, like you never feel completely useless.
Me playing Genji.
When you win a team fight or whatever, it always feels like you were a major part of that victory. So I think that's something that's negative in that aspect, but generally I think it's a really positive.
It's encouraging to keep retention of players stays on the game. Excellent. So we're here at Epic. So what brings you to Epic? What's the reasons? What draws you? It's your first time here? Tridd, it's your first time
it is my first time here at Epic. I've wanted to come to Epic for ages, but I don't really go to events unless I'm working, because I need to have something to do. I don't think I could personally sit in a game and play video games for 3 days straight, even though I love it that much. So I started off as a League of Legends commentator.
Who is this guy?
And I don't know. I'm weird like that, all right? Niche, unique, however you want to say it. But no, I started off as a League of Legends commentator at EPICLAN, kind of dropped League of Legends just as I came into it, so I was like, right, I'm not going to Epic then, see you later. And I know there was kind of talks about Epic bringing in Overwatch. I got involved with Overwatch and started commentating things like Insomnia, and coming onto the Jinx TV with you. And then, I messaged Tom and I was like, hey, let's, are you going to do Epic? Are you going to do Overwatch at Epic? He was like, yeah, cool. It's like, get me involved, sign me up. and I've come down here and I've got to say, first time here, I've actually really enjoyed it. It's very different.
I always see them like, come to Epic, and it was like with you as well, the online tournament was maybe your first basis with Epic, wasn't it?
First exposure to it, yeah, absolutely.
And how are you finding Epic as a first
It's cool, like, it's a bit different. Obviously, you go from Lotto 60, it's a very highly refined, obviously kind of, I don't want to say the word professional because it sounds wrong, it's like, not quite corporate either, but it's that kind of level of feel.
I think the word I would use is multiplayer seems more polished, but not that's not to discredit Epic.
You know Epic's running it.
Yeah, Epic's more like raw and authentic.
It's community based, which is a key word.
It's run by the community, is a good way. Yeah. Community run is actually a good way to do it.
And I think that's the word that everyone uses all the time, and I think that's what draws a lot of people to it. How long have you been coming to Epic for?
I think my first Epic was 14, maybe 15, one of the two.
Oh, it would have been the same as me then.
Maybe, yeah. It was the last one that they did League of Legends for.
Yep.
Or it might have been the one before that, but because my first time I was casting League of Legends, and then they dropped League, so I missed a couple, but then I started coming to play Hearthstone and just hang out and just actually be one of the players.
One of the punters.
Just kind of, yeah, exactly, just chill out and have a good time, have a few drinks and all that.
And you still love it? You still love Epic?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I can't get enough of Epic. Like, I came second in the Hearthstone once, and then that got me a discount to get to the next one. So like, yes.
Ka-ching!
Getting in
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for spending some time with me. They're giving their feedback of the best games that are happening, and we're uploading those onto the YouTube channel as well, so you can catch the Overwatch highlights if you haven't been able to tune in on Twitch, and you'll be able to see the finals tomorrow. Who's in the finals, guys?
It's going to be Eminem going up against Team Penguin Overlord.
And who do we reckon might win?
Eminem.
Strong points.
Sorry,
well,
guys.
good predictions all round. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we will see you in the finals tomorrow.
You've got to throw the finger guns in there, don't you?
That's what you